Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm trying to do the intro, and just Josh picked the perfect time to just start.
Hey, I didn't cough. I just coughed right then. I wasn't the first cougher. I didn't open the door this time.
Guilty. I thought I muted myself, and then when I went to go unmute myself, I realized I was muting myself. Happy birthday, America.
I know I didn't mute myself because I didn't try to mute myself.
We are off to a wonderful start. This is it's going to be a good one. This is going to be a
Nick,
fun
why don't you go ahead and start the game now?
I think I'll start the game. Hello, everyone, and welcome to... We'll edit at that point. I never edit these. Welcome to Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I am Nick Martucci. I'm your host. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here tonight. I'm so happy I'm here tonight. There's nothing that I would rather be doing on a day like today than doing this internet game show. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Before we get to that, if you want to be a part of this show, if you want to be a contestant, we still have a few spots open in July. If you go right now to the Facebook page, search Inappropriate Movie Database or click the link in the description, you can see there's like 3, maybe 4 dates with space still open on them. If you've never been on the show or if you haven't been on in a while, please go there now, see one of the dates that sounds good to you and sign up, DM me, make a comment, do whatever. That's on the Facebook page. It's also at Instagram and Twitter at IMDb Game. Go to any of those places, be a part of this show. I love having new people on. I also love having old favorites on, and this is just an episode of Old Favorites. Every episode is themed. Tonight, I figure there's no better, more fitting theme than to talk about my shame. This is this is my list of shame. This is movies that, for one reason or another, I've never seen. Everyone else has seen them. It won't be any help to the contestants, and I hope it'll just be 12 little bits of information to prove that I shouldn't be hosting a movie game show.
I hope we get all 70 clues. Wait, 60 clues. Wait, 50. No, 50 clues.
It's
60 clues.
Josh,
60.
You've been on
60. It's 12
times.
12 times 5 is 60, and I know that.
And the contestants, because most of them are already talking. Joining me on the show tonight are Arianna Magee, Josh Pick, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and Marty Viscosi. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Let's just start talking to you in the order you're on my screen. Arianna Magee's returning to the show. Hey, Arianna.
Hey.
How you doing tonight?
Oh, I am so swell. I've been wearing all black all day. I'm in protest.
Yeah, totally fitting. We should all, it's just a collective funeral.
I'm having fun though.
Well, we're gonna spend 60 to 90 minutes just goofing off and talking about movies. So let me ask you a question related to this, as I always ask a question related. What is a movie everyone has seen that you've never seen?
My shame, The Godfather.
That is a big one.
Yep. It's too late now. I'll never see it.
It's fair. I've only seen that and Godfather 2 once. I saw them in a double feature in the theater and haven't gone back, and I love them both.
All right, good to know. I'll scratch those off my list.
It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's homework.
Gotcha.
Well, welcome back. Also returning to the show, who's already had a lot to say, Josh Pick is back. Hey, Josh.
Hi, Nick. Come on. Is that any way to greet an old friend? Old pal of yours?
My buddy, my true companion, Josh Pick, back on the show.
Hello.
How you feeling, Josh?
Fine. Tired. I'm all hopped up on jingoism, so I'm coming down now. I'm a jingoist now.
Yeah, if there's one thing I know about you, it's that you love America.
I do. And that board game words about, I think. That was real low-hanging fruit, but it's America Day, and that seems appropriate.
Well, Josh, what's a movie everyone's seen that you've never seen?
Ghostbusters.
You've never seen Ghostbusters?
What?
I didn't want to say that phrase at all tonight, and second one, and I had to.
Yeah, well, I guess I did technically, but I saw it on a date, so it was on, and I know that they try to start a small business because nothing's funnier than that, and then something else happens for like 90 to 120 minutes.
It's a movie about there's a college professor who tries to fuck his students. A guy gets blown by a ghost, and the EPA is the bad guy.
Oh, that's right. I think there's some zoning issues, maybe.
Just a classic Reagan era comedy.
But I've never seen Ghostbusters. I've never seen any of the Star Trek movies. I've never seen any of the Superman movies. Probably more movies that people have seen that I haven't seen. Still haven't gotten around to The Witch, but that's been less than a decade, so that's not on me.
That's true. Those are all good points. And honestly, some of those might be on my list. I don't want to talk about movies I haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I have seen Ghostbusters 3, though.
I'm
just kidding. Is that one of the ones? I don't know.
I don't know which one to call Ghostbusters 3.
I've never seen any Ghostbusters. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now.
If you haven't seen them by now, you're probably not missing them.
Whoops.
Well, Josh, thanks for coming back. Also returning to the show. Always a delight to have on the show. Lloyd, Legacy Sharp, back. Hey, Lloyd.
Hello, Nick. How are you enjoying your day after the third?
Oh, it's as far as days after the thirds go, top 12. I think I'm already starting to hear some clatter outside. Also picked the exact right hour to do this show. We'll see if there's any bleed through on the microphone.
You know what I noticed today? I have not worn my signature American flag bandana in almost 2 years.
Oh no, what happened?
I just got so many other bandanas and underwent such a wardrobe reformation during the lockdown that was totally based on color coding that I just haven't worn any of the 6 American flag bandanas that I have in my room with the rest of them. But that hasn't been deliberate. I'm not that unpatriotic. It just doesn't fit the aesthetic anymore.
I do really appreciate you correcting yourself from during the pandemic to during lockdown, because I do feel like those are 2 different things.
Yeah, exactly. Controversial statement, YouTube. The pandemic isn't over yet, just the lockdowns.
Yeah, don't you love the phrase post-COVID?
I haven't gotten it, so I think that
I love hearing post-COVID while seeing 45 people in a week say that they got it. It's done, except for the ones that it hasn't.
Honestly, Josh, you're the most surprising person I know to haven't gotten it.
So that's what I thought too, Nick, until I found out, I saw the research where cannabinoids seem to block it. So it makes a lot of sense now, because if you could pickle yourself with weed smoke, that'd me.
That's true. Lloyd, do you agree with that?
I feel like...
You're a big stoner, right?
I mean, I voted for it, but I don't use it, but I also haven't gotten it yet.
2 things Lloyd loves: weed and fucking.
You know.
In America, that's his top 3.
Yeah. Yeah, he won't shut up about America and weed and fucking.
Lloyd, let's try to spin this back onto the track. What's a movie that everyone's seen that you've never seen?
Okay, so this is a 2-prong. because there's a movie that I haven't seen that everybody's seen that I am ashamed of. And there's a movie that I haven't seen that everybody's seen that I think I am better off for. So let's start with the shame. Citizen Kane. Now, I haven't not seen Citizen Kane. I've just never finished it. And the movie, that's the shame one. The movie that everybody's seen that I'm better off for and have never seen is the Snyder Cut.
Oh.
Everybody's seen the Snyder Cut?
Yeah.
Apparently, because everybody to this day, not as much as they were 8 or 9 months ago, but to this day, so have you watched Snyder Cut yet, Lloyd? You said you got to watch. I never said I was going to watch Snyder Cut. Well, have you seen it yet? No, because I don't have that much time left, neither did this country, and I don't want to waste it. So I haven't seen the Snyder Cut. I think I'm better for it. If you've seen the Snyder Cut, good for you. I don't want to see the Snyder Cut, and damn it, this is America. I don't have to watch the Snyder Cut if I don't want to.
Hell yeah. I also haven't seen the Snyder Cut.
Me
For a
neither.
while, I was seeing like every big superhero movie because I love superhero movies. And DC broke me. And that's just not going to happen anymore. And that was a big one.
I just don't think this. I don't think it needed to be made into an epic. I just no.
Well, good choice. Also, like, again, I love Citizen Kane. That's a controversial statement, I know. But you don't need to see it. Nobody needs to see that movie. That is a film school movie that I didn't go to film school, so I saw it in my mid-20s.
Well, see, nobody needs to see it, but that's the one movie that a lot of people in my life collectively has seen that I regret not watching when I was younger.
To me, the biggest thing with Citizen Kane is Orson Welles is like 26, I think, when he makes that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, fuck you, Orson Welles.
Fucking idiot.
The greatest movie of all time, allegedly.
It wasn't like 40 more years before he had his best performance in the outtakes of a commercial. Lloyd, welcome back. Finally, also returning to the show, also always a delight. Marty Viscosi's back. Hey, Marty.
Hi. As I mentioned beforehand, I'm definitely not making a cake just out of frame. But absolutely not. The movies, plural, that I have never seen. I have seen exactly 2 Marvel movies ever, which were the first Iron Man when it came out, and then I had an ex who made me watch Captain America, and now we are not together.
First Captain America?
Yeah. And I have not seen a single other Marvel movie, and I'm really, really fucking smug about it.
I don't know how anybody like watches them now, how anybody goes in fresh.
There's so many, and like I hate America, and I cannot get on board with get on board with a series of movies. I have watched all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. I have watched all of Friday the 13th, all of the Child's Play movies, all the Final Destinations and Screams, working on Halloween. I cannot make myself sit down and watch that many movies, especially when they're dedicated to like, hell yeah, America, like imperialism. Like I just can't. I'm not gonna apologize. Fuck Marvel.
I would like to co-sign this rant.
Thank you. It is a rant. And
I love it.
Again, I can't disagree with you. A lot of cognitive dissonance for me to love these movies so much, but there's still that 10-year-old kid that just loves seeing the big people smash each other on screen.
That's fair. The movie that I haven't seen that I do want to see, and I just haven't gotten around to it, is Hereditary. So.
Oh yeah,
I have not seen Hereditary.
Love Hereditary. And you are like a big horror person too.
Mm-hmm. I just don't like to pay for things.
That's
and I'm having trouble finding it for free.
Oh yeah, that's what America was based on. Free.
Yeah.
Unrelated. Yeah. You're the only Midwest person on this Zoom right now, and the only one representing Boston. So that's really fun.
I want you to know, it is only because my apartment is like 4,000 degrees, and I took 1 second to look in my front facing camera before getting on this video call, and I was like, oh no. So that is the only reason. But yeah, I like the amount of things that said Boston or Massachusetts or Methuen on them that I owned before I moved out here was like maybe 1, and now it's like, no exaggeration, like 6 or 7.
What? Get with it.
Yeah,
Well,
there is an SUV. I swear I'm almost done, but there is a black SUV in this city that has a Massachusetts license plate, and a bunch of my friends have seen it, and they keep telling me about it, and I've never seen it in the wild, and I want to know who it is. If you're out there, Massachusetts plate, Twin Cities, black SUV.
Oh no, they're a subscriber. They watch this.
Absolutely, they better be. If we're gonna be friends, they better be.
Out of nowhere,
Ryan,
wild
yeah.
man vehicle appears.
Well, good answers all around. You'll hear some of mine later. And y'all made a good point of a difference between movies that you're ashamed that you've never seen and movies you just haven't seen for a good reason. And there's like a couple on here that maybe I don't feel as much shame about having never seen, but they still feel like movies I should have seen by now. So maybe
I have no shame
right
in not
word.
watching the Snyder Cut. I should not see the Snyder Cut, and damn it, it's America, so I will not see the Snyder Cut.
You hear that, Zach?
He's watching.
Oh yeah, no, Zach is another big subscriber on the channel.
And if he wants to watch the Snyder Cut, more power to him. I don't have to watch it.
Oh no,
I'm not going to.
After he edited it, he didn't watch it. Also, how do you recut a movie but have to film an additional 4 hours of footage? That's not a recut. Anyway, thank you all for being here. If this is your first time watching, here's what's going to happen tonight. I have gone to
We're not
IMDb.
watching the Snyder Cut. Sorry.
Lloyd, I am trying to introduce the show.
That's all right.
Anyway, I've gone to IMDb. The vibes feel weird on this one. I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like if you've watched the last few episodes, you've sort of seen my deterioration little by little.
Nick,
What's up?
it's just you.
Oh, it's just, okay, cool. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for a bunch of movies that I've never seen. These warnings are written by anonymous weirdos, don't know who they are, don't know why they do what they do, but they've written over 100 episodes of this show for me, and I thank them for that. My friends are going to try to figure out what these movies are based on these parental warnings, and unless there's anything else we need to talk about the Snyder Cut or anything else... All right, let's jump into the game, and to do that, Arianna, you're up first. Would you like a movie I've never seen from 1933, 1966, or 2019?
2019, please.
All right, first movie of the night from 2019 for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. One of the characters is frequently seen smoking a pipe.
And you didn't see it?
No, normally I'm up on my pipe movies. All right, for 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, there is heavy consumption of liquor and gasoline, and men are shown highly intoxicated.
Jesus.
No.
No?
Can I be kind of right and I'll get points?
Yes.
Who cares? Mad Max didn't come out that year. I don't know what else they drank gasoline in.
Yeah, it's not Mad Max.
I know it isn't.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a man masturbates. His behind is shown in a non-sexual way. No nudity. A few grunts and rhythmic sounds are heard, and it's pretty easy to tell what he's doing.
Is this a Paul Blart?
Ariana's buzzed in. Anybody else?
Seems
Can you
like a guy
repeat
who
the
drinks
year?
gasoline.
2019.
2019.
All right, Ariana, do you know what this movie is?
Yes.
Is this Cats?
Are there people masturbating and drinking gasoline in Cats? Because I haven't seen Cats, but if that's true.
No, I have seen Cats, and neither of those. I would have loved it if one of those things even happened.
We must have seen different movies.
just Dame Judi Dench huffing gas.
Like my first thought was Cars, but like that feels really wrong now.
The first clue was one of the characters is seen smoking a pipe. Does that happen in Cars?
Probably. I don't know.
Are there car-sized pipe? I guess exhaust. Can you smoke an exhaust in Cars?
Yes.
Listen, there's a Pope in Cars.
For 2 points, under violence and gore, the black and white palette make the effect of the violence more shocking and brutal. Marty has guess. Anybody else? Marty, do you know what this movie is?
I think I do. Is this The Lighthouse?
It is The Lighthouse. I
really
feel like I need to see The Lighthouse and just still haven't put it on.
You know what? That reminds me,
You're
Nick.
not
I haven't
missing
seen that
much.
one either.
It's a great one. I can't believe I didn't get it.
That's the last movie I saw in theaters before everything shut down.
You know what? Me too.
Final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, the film is essentially about two men who grow increasingly paranoid and end up going mad on a small secluded island.
That would have done it.
The end of the first round, Marty is in the lead with, Marty, did you guess that? Yes. Marty's in the lead with 2. I'm already so gone right now.
I'm here to bake a cake and win, Nick.
Marty's at 2, Lloyd is at 0, Arianna and Josh at -1 each.
Shut the fuck up, Nick. Like, for real.
Sorry.
Shut up.
Right behind you.
Josh, would you like a movie from 1936, 2000, or 2006?
2000.
2000.
That's only 1 year off the Cider House rules, so I can guess it now.
One of these days, I need to figure out how to put that.
You really do, Nick.
I saw an older episode and I found the beginning of that. And that was a guess for My Little Pony, the movie.
Oh, the Cider House rules?
Because it says that they're drinking something that looks like cider.
Yeah, that makes sense. I am not a very smart man. Thanks for rubbing that one in my face, buddy. Could have just let that one go, and no one ever would have known, Nick. And I could have just seemed like, maybe
people
there's
like
some
the
fun
history
joke.
of this show.
Yeah.
People like other people who have never met you guess Cider House rules on this show because of you. How does that feel?
not as good as I would like it to, Nick.
Anyway, this movie that I've never seen is from 2000. For 5 points, under violence and gore, the violence depicted in this movie is not graphic at all, but is very intense because you may not expect it. Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Cider House rules.
Yeah, no, you know that it came out before Cider House rules.
After,
whatever.
Oh,
I've never seen Cider House rules. It should be on this list.
I know, Nick.
For 4 points, under sex and nudity, a woman stands looking at herself in a mirror, wearing only a crop top. Pubic hair is visible, mostly obscured by the angle of the mirror.
What was the first clue?
Violence depicted in the movie is not graphic at all, but is very intense because you may not expect it. Anybody besides Josh?
I was gonna say Instagram 2022, but that's not 2000. That's not 2000.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Cider House? No. Is this the Royal Tenenbaums?
It is not the Royal Tenenbaums.
That came out before the year 2000, didn't it?
I have no idea when that came out. I think it came out after.
Yeah.
Somewhere around then. For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a woman experiences gloomy and frightening hallucinations, which become worse as the movie continues.
How is this not the thing I just said? Royal Tenenbaums. There it is.
Mm-mm.
All right, for 2 points, under... Oh, okay, Marty, what do you think? And you are muted. I'm glad we got
I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to lose point. No. I changed my mind. Yes.
Would you like to take a guess, Marty?
Remember, kids, you can't lose. You don't guess.
Is this The Others?
Is not The Others.
Aw.
Though I also haven't seen The Others.
Excellent movie. I would highly recommend it to anyone and everyone.
For 2 points, under frightening and intense themes, the film is extremely depressing, and while the movie goes on, it just gets worse and worse. Is one of those movies that you watch only once in your life. The movie is so depressing and disturbing. Definitely only recommended for people above 17 or 18.
Oh my God.
So not
that
The Others.
clue, at the very least, gives away why I've never seen this movie. Josh, what do you think this movie is?
My Little Pony. No. Callback. It was a callback. That's okay. Shit. I do feel like I know what this movie is. Can you read that clue one more time?
Oh, God.
The film is extremely depressing, and while the movie goes on, it just gets worse and worse. It's one of those movies that you watch only once in your life. The movie is so depressing and disturbing. Definitely only recommended for people above 17 or 18.
I'm pretty sure this is wrong, but I almost made up a new way to say Doug, which wouldn't be correct. I've already dug a big old hole for myself, so is that Requiem for a Dream, right? That didn't come out then.
Fuck.
Josh, you just undug your hole. This is
okay.
Requiem for a Dream.
Wow.
There's that autism, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, the movie was depressing, but it wasn't that.
But yeah, it's a movie that's real hard to just say, "Hey, I'm going to throw this on and finally watch it."
Well,
Come over and watch Requiem for a Dream.
That is like Requiem for a Dream and Chill. That is like the I've seen this once and that's enough movie.
Yeah.
That is like the poster child of.
But it's not like I don't know. That clue made that movie sound even more depressing than it is. And think about the bar that reaches. That's all I'm saying.
It's a pretty gloomy and depressing. I'm going to agree with that.
It's a horribly gloomy movie, but it's not even as bad as the clue makes it sound. And again, think about how bad that makes it sound when it's as bad as it is without the clue.
I think it's apt. That movie's fucked. Aaron Aronofsky's a nightmare person.
This is the most heated I've seen Lloyd get since the IMDb Top 250 episode.
Oh man, that was peak.
Please,
that was peak, Lloyd.
Don't even.
Final clue in
point. What are the points? Who's the point?
Final clue in Requiem for a Dream. The entirety of the movie is centered around drugs and the horrors that come of it. Marty still in the lead with 1, Lloyd at 0, Arianna and Josh at -1.
Yay.
Ooh.
Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1939, 1957, or 2004?
Top 250 was bullshit. Oh, sorry. 2004.
2004.
Oh, that was a year of my life. Which one?
All right. One of my favorite clues starts off this movie from 2004 for 5 points under sex and nudity. Heterosexuality throughout.
Yes!
From the year
Yes!
2000. You know what? I'll take a
2004.
guess.
All right.
Take a
Anybody
guess.
else? Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I'm taking a swing in the dark. Fever Pitch.
Josh, what do you think?
I think I'm off by a year, but 40-year-old version.
Arianna,
A
what do you
movie
think?
absolutely steeped in heterosexuality.
Spider-Man 2.
I have seen Spider-Man 2. I have also seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, and I've seen Fever Pitch.
I was pretty sure I wasn't right, but man, that's
no,
how I
you're
describe
all
that
right.
movie.
Those movies are all full of heterosexual. Spider-Man 2 is the least heterosexual of the Spider-Mans, though.
And if you think that has no heterosexuality, wait till you see part 3.
For 4 points, under violence and gore, a woman slaps, hits, and shoves a man on several occasions. That's that classic heterosexuality we're talking about.
I'd love to see it.
Read that clue again. I'm sorry.
Oh, you just want to hear this. No, a woman slaps, hits, and shoves a man on several occasions.
I like it.
It's your favorite movie, Lloyd.
A very straight movie from 04.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, what's the straightest movie from 04 you can think of?
This feels like a hate crime so close to Pride Month. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, this had to be on the back burner for a month, but it's July. Back to heterosexuality.
Bullshit.
It's America Day, all right? America only gets one day a year.
For the record, based on
America's only 3 colors, and one of them isn't in the rainbow.
If you haven't seen that movie yet, you should see it. I don't care what it is. Women slapping men around, perfect.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, a woman is nude and uses a blanket to cover herself. And she goes outside on the balcony to paint, and we see her bare back.
Oh.
Arianna has a guess, and I feel like might know what this movie is. Anybody else?
No.
Arianna, what do you think this movie is?
I'm sorry, I got so excited. The Notebook.
It sure is The Notebook.
Oh. I've never seen that either.
God damn.
How did I not get that?
It feels like such a big, like culturally important romantic movie, and
I've seen The Notebook. How did I not get that from that too?
Same.
I was a 14-year-old girl when that came out, so
I cried shamelessly, not afraid to admit it. I was bawling for like 2 days after I saw that. How did I not get that immediately?
I was a 14-year-old boy when that came out, and now I'm neither.
Awesome.
I was gonna make the same joke. 12-year-old girl.
Also in The Notebook under sex and nudity, this paragraph is more erotic than anything in the movie, I think. The main characters have sex for the second time. This one is more intense and romantic. They slam against a wall and kiss very passionately, and she pulls his pants down to reveal his boxers. He takes off her shirt, and she takes off her bra. He carries her upstairs to the bedroom, and we see her bare back and brief description shot of her breasts. They go to bed, and he removes her panties and stockings. They kiss and have passionate sex. Her breasts are seen for a few seconds. This scene is 2 minutes.
Huh.
A little worked up.
And violence and gore, an elderly man and an elderly woman are shown dead.
There
Right.
it goes.
Wow. What a segue.
What a fun world, really.
Arianna,
Dude, I could have just been summed up by saying the two have passionate sex. That's what happened.
Arianna is now in the lead with 1 point. Lloyd and Marty at 0. Josh at -2.
Come on.
Marty, would you like a movie I've never seen from 1927, 1997, or 1990? Got those in the wrong order, but 27, 90, 97.
I'm gonna go 1997.
1997.
Who hasn't seen a movie from 1927? Keep up, Nick.
Again,
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
5.
Yes, and as a person who hosts a movie show, if I were picking a clue, I might pick one of the real old ones. Those might be a popular movie. But this movie's from 1997, and for 5 points under profanity, 6 uses of bastard, including 2 uses of the Italian word bastardo.
Oh. Oh no, wrong year. No, wrong
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the movie starts off rather cheery and jovial in nature, but then turns into a very dark and depressing tone.
That narrows it down.
Cheerful,
3
then
points.
dark and depressing Italians.
3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. In the third-class party, people are seen drinking.
Yeah.
Josh and Arianna have both buzzed in. So is Marty. Lloyd, you got any guesses?
And
No?
North End. Yeah.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I can't remember the name. Never
All
mind.
right. Arianna, what do you think this movie is?
Titanic.
Josh, what do you think?
Titanic.
I have tried on multiple occasions and just cannot get through Titanic.
Damn.
Don't. What you especially don't want to do, though, is be a 13-year-old boy and see it with your mom in the theater. That is terrible. That is still one of my unhappiest memories.
You didn't like that one scene?
Yeah.
You mean the one scene that when it was playing at my grandmother's house, I went out to the balcony
Yeah. I also
so
saw
that
Jerry,
I wasn't accidentally seen looking at it?
I also saw Jerry Maguire with my mom, and I saw Forrest Gump with my mom. So
In a
anyway,
group
I'm
chat.
terrified of sex. No.
In a group chat I'm in, there's an ongoing fight right now because of the 5 people in the chat, 4 of us, myself included, have not seen Titanic, and the 5th person is really, really mad about it and taking it very personally.
It's a
Nick,
movie about an old lady who tells you about her one-night stand for 3 hours.
Yeah, I knew that you hadn't seen it, Nick, and I should have put that together with the year. I almost
I have
did
a very
before.
quick confessional.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Titanic. I saw it 3 years after it came out. And the only reason I watched
The year
it
2000.
because everybody was talking about it. And I watched it for the sole purpose to say that I had seen it.
Good job.
I regret it, but at least I can say
I
I've
don't
seen
know.
it.
I feel like I feel like a lot of people at the beginning of this movie. I missed the boat on this one.
It was Titanic. Good one. Well,
Man,
Nick, well,
just watch the
it's a-
documentary and know that
it's a ship.
the Red Sox won a title that year.
No, I have seen the documentary. I have seen Ghosts of the Abyss in IMAX at the New England Aquarium on a school field trip.
Yeah, me too, buddy.
That's what you want to see when you watch Titanic, surrounded by water stuff.
Yeah.
Also in Titanic, under sex and nudity, a woman poses nude for a man to draw her, and there are many glimpses of her bare breasts with the rest of her body blocked by his drawing pad. Back
Like
in
when
the
we were
present,
French.
the older woman comments, quote, "Did we do it?" in response to the crew's intrigue as to what happened next, but she says that they didn't, at least not until the following. And frightening and intense scenes, the final sinking sequence is quite tense, as are the moments afterwards where the survivors find themselves in freezing cold water.
As you do.
Arianna's still in the lead, now at 4. Josh is at 1. Lloyd and Marty are at 0.
That was a 2-point clue?
That was a 3-point clue, but you guessed wrong at one point.
Thought I was at -2.
Oh, wait, no, you were at -2. That was a 3-point clue, and that brought you to 1.
Come on, man.
You're screwing me up. The math is right, Josh.
What? Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to win this game.
You might. You are in second place and only down by 3.
And you have a history of miraculous comebacks on this show.
It'd be cool for you to finally get another win after all this time.
I guess so. It's not really on brand for me, Nick.
Arianna, would you like a movie from 1979, 2000, or 2002?
2002, please.
2002. From 2002 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, the movie, in a way, almost feels like it could really happen, which makes it all the more scary and disturbing.
Royal Tenenbaums.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
Day After Tomorrow.
It is not The Day After Tomorrow. I have seen that. Josh, I do have to read the next one.
Oh, yeah, sure.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, after the opening scene, a man is seen laying completely naked in a hospital bed, and he is shown completely naked multiple times.
Oh.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Wasn't what I thought it was. I'll tell you that much. Who cares? Life has no meaning, right? 28 days later.
Arianna, what do you think?
28 days later, that scene was a pivotal moment as a 12-year-old girl. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this would have fit into last Thursday's Sexual Awakenings movies. This is 28 days later.
Look, Arianna, if you keep guessing when I guess, I can never can't stop it.
How about you just have some goddamn faith in yourself, Piccolo?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
38 years of utter failure. Why would I do that now?
Because you just proved yourself wrong because you got it right.
Yeah, what happened? At the beginning of this episode, you said you loved yourself, Josh.
I was lying, Nick.
Are you okay?
You got the answer right, Josh.
Josh, we all love you.
YouTube universe just saw it happen.
I gotta go.
But yeah, I feel like I will love 28 Days Later and just have never put it on.
It's delightful.
Is it?
Not just because of the penis.
Yeah,
that's how God described Adam.
I mean, Cillian Murphy's. I don't know. That was a sexual awakening.
Marty, I'm so happy that you're not on mic to laugh at my joke.
Yeah.
Also in 28 Days Later, under violence and gore, a man and a woman are attacked by infected people. One infected man is hacked and beaten and thrown down a flight of stairs. Frightening and intense scenes. The first few scenes involving a man exploring the deserted London are very creepy. And sex and nudity. Some of the zombies are partially nude. Not graphic. Arianna's still in the lead with 8. Josh is at 5, which I think is a high score for Josh for at least the last few months.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Lloyd's at 0. Marty's at -1. Josh, would you like a movie?
I didn't know my name, and I recognized it. Who knows?
Josh, would you like a movie from 2000, 2001, or 2021?
Oh, God. That's all almost the same century, Nick. 2000 and 2001?
Yep. That's just how that worked out.
2000.
All right, 2000.
Yeah.
From 2000 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. Suggested ESRB rating, T for teen, for blood, language, partial nudity, suggestive themes, and violence.
But that's a...
Uh-huh.
That's a video game, though.
This wonderful
2000?
IMDb user, yep, thought you should know what this movie would be rated if it were a video game.
Can you read that one more time?
Suggested ESRB rating, T for T, for blood, language, partial nudity, suggestive themes, and violence.
This is a new form of autism to me, and I love it. This is beautiful. This translates everything into video game rating. That's how this person sees the world.
The ESRB, what?
For 4
All right,
points,
cool.
For
It was
4
great.
points under
Feel great.
violence and gore, a plane crashes and presumably kills everyone on board except for one man. We don't see the deaths, although we later see one body.
Oh,
Okay, well, why does the ESRB care about this?
This is the suggestion. This is the suggestion this person would make to the ESRB if this movie was a video game, how they should rate it. Lloyd, you're the only one not buzzed in.
I'm okay with that. I'm still trying to figure
Alright.
out why he's comparing it to video games.
Marty, what do you think?
I'm really hung up on its technicality, but I feel like Final Destination, maybe?
Arianna, what do you think?
Final Destination.
Josh, what do you think?
I didn't think that, so I don't want to. They're probably right, but Unbreakable.
I have seen Unbreakable.
I haven't, Nick.
I have also seen Final Destination.
I knew it.
Shit.
I knew it.
I've seen all of the Final Destinations.
Hey, they are not good.
There's like, I think the second's good, the fourth or fifth is okay, and the third is dumb fun, and the rest are terrible.
I
The
remember
fourth is
having,
awful. I like
remember
the
being
fifth.
privy to a Final Destination conversation on a previous episode of this show, which is why I know you've seen it.
Yeah, the
For 3
technicality I
points-
was hung up on was that more than one person survived.
Oh, that is a good reading of that clue. For 3 points under violence and gore, a man knocks his tooth out with the blade of a skating shoe. There's a spurt of blood and he faints from the pain. There's a skating shoe in this movie.
Wait, no, that's just not. Never mind.
If it were a video game, it'd be Tony Hawk.
All right, for 2 points under sex and nudity, on several occasions we see part of the main character's butt while he wears a self-fashioned loincloth. In one scene, his entire right butt cheek is completely exposed and seen.
Skating shoe? Loincloth?
All right, Josh, it's just you. What do you think?
Freddy got fingered? It's not the right year.
It is
And
not
that's not
Freddy
a
Got-
shameful thing to not have seen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one person who's never seen Freddy Got Fingered.
Hmm.
All right, final clue. Let's see if I see all 4 of your hands up under frightening and intense scenes. An emotional scene shows a man mourning after he loses his self-made companion, Wilson.
God damn it. My hand is up.
I see your hand. Lloyd, are you sure?
God damn it.
Lloyd? Okay. Arianna, tell Lloyd what this movie is.
Goddamn Castaway.
Josh,
Forrest Gump. No, it's Castaway.
Marty,
Castaway.
it is Castaway.
Awesome. I lost a point in that one.
Don't worry, Nick. That makes 2 of us. I've never
I think
seen
I saw that movie.
Yeah, that feels like
Yeah, it's okay.
it feels like another one that is like, if I didn't see it then, I don't know when I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah, you can't just watch that now and think
Yeah.
it's great.
All you need to know is Meg Ryan's an asshole.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
not
mean that.
fair.
No, it's not at all. It's really not, but
Ariana's still in the lead at
that's
8.
my heterosexual opinion.
Josh is at 4, Lloyd is at 0, Marty at -1.
I want to immediately distance myself from that.
Not
statement.
enough heterosexual opinions in 2022. We need more of them.
I'll
Do
help.
I get points because my cake looks really nice?
I
Does
wish
that
I
count
could
for
give you
anything?
that, but I love that
Well,
your cake looks nice, and I'm gonna want to see
I
it at some
can't-
point.
I can't eat it, but
That's true. None of us can eat your cake.
that seems like
Come to the Midwest.
I've been there.
Well, come back.
Does
Okay.
Toledo, Ohio count?
Little
Lloyd-
more.
Lloyd,
I've been. This is Midwest.
I've been to Minneapolis a bunch of times. Family out there.
Lloyd, would you like
Yes.
a movie from 1980, 1996, or 2000?
Fuck.
2000 again, huh?
A lot of movies from that time.
Oh man, this is
Oh,
tough.
what's going on
A
in
lot of
2000?
turn of the century movies.
Oh, you know what? 1996.
1996.
Because that was a good year.
From 1996 for 5 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. When a boy's parents see him out, he is seen sitting near the ocean, smoking a cigarette.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
96.
96. For 4 points, just a fun sentence. Under sex and nudity, a man licks his nipple to try to seduce some Catholic schoolgirls.
What the What? No, God, no.
Josh, do you know what this movie is?
What's the first clue?
When a boy's parents seek him out, he's seen sitting near the ocean smoking a cigarette.
No. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my God. No. God.
I'll just defer to Lloyd.
No. I can't.
I'm pretty sure I am. It's not. No, that didn't come out, and that came out later. I don't know.
Okay. For 3 points under violence and gore, there is a very graphic shooting scene which is shown twice. Once as a flashback, and it is prominent to the film's story.
Yeah, this isn't that movie at all. Flashback to a shooting. It's prominent.
Yep. For 2 points under profanity, well, this is set in the modern era. This language is still entirely that of Shakespeare, so it is not accurate to describe the film as having any profanity. Lloyd just left.
Hi, Lloyd.
R.I.P. to a homie.
Don't know if he's coming back. I have a feeling he's not going to guess on this anyway, so I might as well go through. Arianna, what is this movie?
Romeo and Juliet.
Marty, what do you think?
Romeo and Juliet.
Josh?
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
It's Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, that movie, that soundtrack is so good.
From the director of Elvis.
Ugh.
Yeah, that feels like a real fun one, and I just haven't put it on for some reason.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know what? My first thought anyway, I was thinking Billy Elliot. Nope. I know that came out later though, also. So
that is one I should put on my list because I also haven't seen that and feel like I'm in a good or bad place to watch that right now.
Also, a very cool soundtrack.
Also in Romeo plus Juliet, under violence and gore, the film's famous final double suicide may be seen as glamorizing teen suicide. The teen lovers kill themselves. He poisons himself. She shoots herself. On screen amid much tears. Then after they are dead, they are seen lying tranquilly in a room full of candles.
That is a long sentence.
Lloyd, everything okay? Arianna still in the lead at 10. Josh right behind at 6. Marty at 1. Lloyd is at 0. Marty, I feel like you're right by your computer, so I'll say these years. They are going to you. I think it's yours. Yeah, it's yours. And there you are. Marty, would you like a movie from 1955, 1964, or 2001?
Oh, 1964.
1964. from 1964 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, there is no sex or nudity. There is a barely hinted romance between old friends, but nothing more.
Old hinted romance. 1964.
Hays Code, baby.
For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, some children and others may find the voice and laughter of the uncle to be creepy and frightening.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Not as creeped out and frightened as those Catholic schoolgirls were.
Lloyd, you're telling me you've never licked your nipple to try to say couldn't finish the sentence.
That's exactly what I'm telling you, Martucci.
For 3 points under violence and gore, in 1 point, a penguin slaps another penguin just for laughs. Marty has a guess. Anybody else? So does Josh.
Penguin slaps a penguin.
Animal on animal violence.
All right, Josh, what do you
Just for
think?
laughs. Mary Poppins?
Marty, what do you think?
Mary Poppins.
It was way too long for me as a kid, and I keep wanting to watch it and seeing the 3-hour runtime and still just not doing it. It's Mary Poppins.
That is a fun friggin' movie.
Poppins.
Again, I know that I'll enjoy it. It's so hard to be like, all right, 3 hours of this.
Is it 3 hours long?
Somewhere around there.
I mean, I will say this. Mary Poppins has the most entertaining dick I've ever seen.
I'm going to need you to
my.
enunciate the sentence that you just said.
Oh, it's also a dyke.
Yeah, that too.
My grandma
There
would
with you,
not
Lloyd.
like me.
It's really impressive.
That movie rips.
Also in Mary Poppins, under frightening and intense scenes, at 1 point, the children get lost in the slums of the East End of London and
They
run
do.
into a soot-covered man who appears to be
Yeah.
abducting them, but he
That
turns
is-
out to be their trusted friend who takes them safely home. And alcohol, drugs, and smoking.
Dick.
When the nanny takes her share of her flavor switching medicine, she says, "Yum, rum punch," and then she hiccups. It is implied that she changed hers to an alcoholic drink.
See, that's how you know when we weren't dealing with Jared Fogle, because that dick actually looked out for the children.
Whoa.
God damn it, Lloyd.
Whoa. The fuck did that come from?
Look, you talking about men and nipples and cat like I can't deal with this children talk anymore, so I'm just flying with it. Bye.
We've got 4 movies remaining. One more go around, one more for each of you. This really could be anybody's game except Lloyd, because I don't know if he's playing.
I don't ever know if Lloyd's playing.
Arianna, you're at 10. Josh, you're at 9.
Get out of
Marty,
here,
you're at
Josh.
4.
How
Lloyd
much
is at
was that?
0.
How much was that clue worth?
That was 3.
Oh, I thought it
Fuck,
was
that
4.
sucks.
Arianna's going to be so sad if she loses to Josh.
I'm gonna
Hey,
be
By the way,
a little
people
upset.
watching on YouTube, I was talking about Dick Van Dyke. If that was
Not
I'm
because
talking
it's-
about Dick Van Dyke. For those of you who didn't get it, I'm talking about Dick Van Dyke. The Dick drives a van. Josh said it. He's a dyke. Dick Van Dyke. Okay, continue.
God damn. You okay, Lloyd?
Yeah, you want to talk after the
No.
show, bud?
No, I have devoured this entire freaking thing of chocolate milk, trying to get
Oh,
over that men
That makes
are
sense.
licking their nipples to seduce Catholic girls. I'm not okay, but it's okay because it's okay to not be okay.
It's just the sugar high.
I'm gonna have to try chocolate milk sometime.
No, that's the lactose. Yeah, right?
Arianna, we're back up to you. Would you like a movie from 1968, 1994, or 1997?
1997, please.
1997. From 1997 for 5 points under violence and gore. There's just overall lots of blood, so you might just get used to it, but if that isn't something you want your child doing, then I suggest don't watch this film.
You also don't want your children getting seduced by men licking their nipples while they're Catholic girls.
Watch it.
Ah!
You read that one more time?
All right, and this time I'll read it correctly.
Thanks.
There's a lot of words in here that went in a lot of different places.
Yeah, it seemed like this was a hard sentence to read, to be quite honest.
I don't know how somebody wrote it. There's just a lot there. I'll do it. I'll get through this.
Just do it. Just read it.
It's easy. There's just overall lots of blood, so you might get used to it, but if that isn't something you want your child doing, then I don't suggest this film.
Oh, doing blood. I hate it when my kids do blood.
For 4 points under violence and gore, a man has a hole in his head, and another man sticks his fingers into the hole.
No.
All right, Josh, what do you think? Did you mute instead of putting your hand down?
Yeah.
All right.
I guess I should probably guess then.
Okay. You do whatever you want to do. No pressure.
Okay. Nah. I'll just
right.
not. I'll just.
We've got. So I'm going to count that as nothing. Lloyd, what do you think?
Okay. No, I would like to guess.
All right, everybody, we're starting this again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode.
I'm struggling, Nick. I really am.
Nick, are we doing a good job?
School children, you're struggling.
You're doing at least as well as I am.
Hey.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Lloyd.
Lloyd, what do you think?
Psalm 41.
Arianna, what? Lloyd, did you just guess a band?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Arianna, what do you think this movie is?
Is this a Hannibal?
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I'm gonna Beetlejuice.
I think we all just lost a point, guys.
That's almost as bad a guess
Going
as
down
Sum
together.
41. It's
Yeah.
not as bad a guess as Sum 41, because again, that is a Canadian pop punk band.
Mm-hmm.
Doing my best.
But Beetlejuice didn't come out in 97 and also doesn't have so much blood that you'll get used to it.
I'm doing my best.
You know
It is
what?
also-
also-
Make a good-
I the fingers in the head, and I just thought of the album cover, and that's all. That's as far as I could get because Catholic girls being seduced by nipple-sucking men. I can't get past it. I'm not okay, and I can't deal with it. I'll be right back.
That's just how Shakespeare wrote it. Also, it's not Hannibal or Blade. I have seen both of those.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that was a journey. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I think this is the last episode. I think we're done.
That sounds right. I'm here.
Yeah, Josh, you've been on
104
so
feels-
many of the last episodes of this show.
Yeah. Well, that's what a weird coincidence that is, huh?
3 points. I do have to read this clue, Marty.
It wasn't a guess.
You're just waving to me?
It's a question.
What's
but
up?
not a guess. Did you do episode 104 on July 4th on purpose?
No, I'm not that good at planning.
Well, it's a shame.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, we're still on this movie. Men and women are seen clustered in a showering room as they take a shower. Women in the background are fully naked, and they scrub their big breasts and vaginal mound with soap. The
Hope
scene
none
lasts
of us
nearly a
have
minute. There's also male nudity, and everyone in the scene is naked, so mention that too.
Mention that too.
That,
The worst part is I know I've seen this scene and I can't remember the movie.
I disagree. The worst part is the pairing of the words vaginal mounds.
That's accurate. That is much worse.
The only thing that'll be even worse is if they were all Catholic.
You don't know that they're not Catholic.
Oh, God.
I guess we could. Josh, what do you think?
You sure? You want me to guess?
Yeah, why not?
Is this from dusk till dawn?
It is not From Dusk Till Dawn.
Come on, man.
I want to
Say
give
it
it to
is, and
you.
let's move on. They're not gonna know. They are now. You blew it, but a minute ago.
For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, the brain bug, which is frightening, sucks the brain out of a human. The scene may disturb some.
Brain bug, 1997. This sounds really familiar, but
Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
This
I'm
isn't-
so upset because I know this because I've seen it. Oh.
Oh, I've never seen it. So I don't know if...
Come on.
All right. Josh, what do you think?
Starship Troopers?
Fuck. That's also what I was gonna guess. I just said fuck because now it's gonna look like I only said it because Josh said it.
Yeah,
Fuck,
that
I
is
didn't
the
even
movie.
raise my hand like
No,
I
your
wanted
hand's
to.
not even up.
Fuck! Quadruple fuck!
So I do have to give it to Josh. This movie
that's
is
Totally
Well, I
fair.
know it's
Paul Verhoeven's
Yeah.
Starship Troopers, which I feel like once I see it will be one of my favorite movies.
It's really good, actually. Yeah.
Fuck.
Better than it should be.
I keep.
Mhm.
That was so upsetting.
Final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, a
Ugh.
cow is eviscerated by a giant insectoid alien.
No!
Though a censored bar is partially obscures it, the scene is still quite gruesome. The censor bar was intended to be a joke.
Yeah.
3 movies remain.
Aw.
Tie in first place, Arianna and Josh, both at 9 points. Marty is
I
at
took a bunch of
3.
fake guesses too. How's that feel?
Lloyd
It
is
feels
at
like
-1, but should be lower.
I'll accept that. I'll accept that. That is valid criticism. I'll accept that.
Your score should be negative some 41
Yeah, it should.
or some negative 41. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Where are we? Josh, would
Me.
you like a movie from 1969, 1990, or 2005?
1990, please. Nick,
1990.
my good man.
From
Please, no more men with
1990,
nipples and Catholic children.
For 5 points under violence and gore.
My good.
The violence portrayed is quite realistic and portrayed as cold, but without getting very brutal.
Without getting very brutal.
Also, just
Wait,
kind of poked
1990?
myself in the eye trying to put my glasses back on. Yep.
1990?
1990. Violence portrayed is quite realistic and portrayed as cold, but without getting very brutal. For 4 points under sex and nudity, compared to the violence, drug use, and language, the sex is the least of the problems and is very tame for an R-rated film.
Well, that's good to know. No nipple-sucking men trying to seduce Catholic schoolgirls. Great.
Sex
Leaving
compared
room.
to the violence is tame?
Mhm.
Okay. 1990, tame sex.
All right, for 3 points under... You've got everything, right, Marty? You're right off camera. You can hear everything going on.
I have my headphones. I can multitask. I
Just
came
wanna
prepared
make
to do
sure.
a bad job.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, one character is a raging psychopath, and scenes involving him can be very intense, as violence is always a possibility.
Raging psychopath, 1990. Violence always a possibility.
For 2, okay, Arianna, what do you think this
Wait,
movie
no,
is?
you know what? I'm gonna lower it. Let's hear that 2 point.
All right,
That's
let's go to the
my
2 point clue. Under violence and gore, way less violent than Casino.
God damn it.
Josh has a guess. Arianna has a guess. Anybody else?
God damn it.
Arianna, what do you think this movie is?
The Goodfellas?
Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, Goodfellas.
This might be the biggest movie I've never seen. It is Goodfellas.
I just watched that too, man. Those clues were not good.
All right, I'll take responsibility for those.
No, that's not on you.
Want to amuse you? Funny?
Oh man, I always think that movie came out in '89. I don't know why.
Yeah, that at this point, not seeing it feels the same as seeing it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Actually.
it'll either be one of my favorite movies or a movie that I don't think is as good as people say, and I don't want that to be the case, so I just am not going to see it.
At this point, all you need to see is a scene between Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci.
Yes,
and
we've all seen that
the most
scene.
memorable segments.
Final clue in that, under violence and gore, 2 gangsters beat another gangster. One clubs him with a pistol on the head / face off screen, and the other stamps on his head. We see fleeting glances of his boot crunching onto his face. The victim is partially unconscious, although the pistol whipping causes brief blood spray. His face is then seen mostly covered in blood, and part of his suit is bloody. 2 movies remain. There's still 10 points on the board, so it could go in some directions, probably won't. Right now, we have a tie for first place still. Arianna and Josh both at 11. Marty's at 3. Lloyd is at -1. And is just like angry to be on the show this time, I think.
I'm not angry to be on the show. I am angry that there is somewhere out there a piece of film on document where a man is licking his nipples to seduce Catholic school children.
They
My
didn't
mom
say
used to show that to
children.
her English classes.
Girls. Sorry,
I know
girls.
girl implies children, but
It is not,
it
I know
sounds
that.
so much worse when you say
I'm
children.
thinking about Mary Poppins and the other thing. I'm getting confused. Catholic girl. It's just bad. It's just bad. Religion, sex, men with nipples. They shouldn't be intertwining with each other.
Lloyd,
My mom's a high school English teacher and used to show that to her classes. And I've never seen it, and now I'm really curious.
My English teacher showed the 60s one in class, and during the nude scene, went up to the TV with a sheet of paper and just blocked it.
Classic.
Hey.
Where are we, Lloyd? Would you like
Nick.
a movie from 1966, 1971, or 2015?
Oh, fucking God. 2000. That's 7 years ago. I did 71. The freaking 69 was before that. Woodstock. 71.
71. All right, penultimate movie from 1971. If you didn't like the last clues, you won't like this one.
Great.
5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The film is very intense and disturbing at times.
Hey.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a teenager's room is full of pictures of nude women.
Oh,
Lots
great.
of breasts and pubic region visible.
Again? Why is it always...
What about vaginal mound?
Oh, you might see some vaginal mound in there.
What's the first clue, Nick?
Film is very intense and disturbing at times.
Oh,
Clearly.
no. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that can be used for most of these movies as just the explanation as to why I'm not watching them.
Yeah. Save yourself.
For 3 points under violence and gore, a few beatings with fists, canes, etc., but with no bloody results. Arianna and Josh are both just always in together. Anybody else?
No, Nick, not this time.
Josh, what do you think?
Clockwork Orange?
Arianna, what do you think?
Clockwork Orange.
Josh is so into this particular game, he's trying to get the exact title and everything.
Hey, I said it right. She didn't say it right now. Okay.
Sorry, hey.
I don't ever want to be that pedantic ever.
This is one of the Clockworks Orange.
The Clockwork Yellow.
The orange clock sure does work. Yeah, just another movie where I'm like, I feel like I get it. I don't know.
You don't need to revisit that, I don't think.
I feel like this is just a really good insight into like the self-care that you put into the movies you do and don't watch.
Yeah.
I didn't always have this, and now I'm at the point where it's just like I fucking owned I Spit on Your Grave on Blu-ray for the longest time, and then eventually was like, I'm never going to watch this.
It's movies like this and a Requiem for a Dream and then fucking Mary Poppins.
It's all about self-care.
I think Requiem for a Dream one thing. I don't recall any men licking their nipples to seduce women in it.
No, that happens in A Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
But not Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream has that going for it.
Lloyd, I'd hate to tell you what actually happens in that movie.
It's fine. I've seen Requiem for a Dream. It's just
A Clockwork Orange.
Deleted scene.
Much worse things happen in A Clockwork Orange.
Also in A Clockwork Orange, probably not any of the things Josh is talking about, because I try to put specific kinds of clues in this game and not other kinds of clues.
Yeah.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A gang of 4 teenage boys drink Milk Plus, which is said to be milk laced with drugs such as LSD, mescaline, or amphetamines. Drugs are not shown on screen. Frightening and intense scenes. The lead character undergoes a form of aversion therapy where he is immobilized, injected with nausea-inducing chemicals, and forced to watch graphically violent short films. During these scenes, his eyes are clamped wide open, while a dispassionate technician administers eye drops to keep him from going blind. It is implied to go on.
I want to change my guess to Eyes Wide Shut.
Also, haven't seen that. This game could be just like Stanley Kubrick movies. I've seen 2 Stanley Kubrick movies.
Oh, which ones?
The Shining and Doctor Strangelove.
Nice.
And I really like one of those movies.
Doctor Shining.
We have one movie remaining, and if 2 of you keep playing like you're playing, we will have 2 movies remaining. Arianna and Josh are at 14 each. Marty's at 3. Lloyd is at -1. Marty,
I have figured out a strategy to compose myself.
I am excited to see it. Marty, you get to play spoiler here and say what this last movie is going to be. Would you like a movie from 1933, 2005, or 2021?
Those are all very good years.
Are they? I can say one isn't.
Like, I feel like they're good movie. I'm gonna 1933.
1933.
1933.
I'm not gonna get this at all.
Let's get a real
right there with
movie.
you, dude.
Oldest movie we've gotten to, last movie of the night. Really will depend on who buzzes in first. 1933 for 5 points under sex and nudity. I need you to know that this sentence has an exclamation point. I don't want to give it the energy that it wants.
1933.
Nipples are seen through dress.
Oh God,
visible.
more nipples.
Also lots of cleavage.
Nipples are seen through dress.
I'm
also lots
very
of
visible.
cleavage.
Exclamation point.
1933.
1933.
Just no licking, no Catholicness. Just it's fine. I guess it happens. Whatever.
All right, for 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the close-up of a character's face may frighten some viewers.
Close up of a character's face. Frightening. That's every face.
All right, for 3 points under violence and gore, there's a scene where a brontosaurus kills the sailors by eating them. Josh is buzzed in. Marty's also buzzed in. Arianna, are you going to let Josh take this if he knows what it is?
I'm probably wrong.
Because I goddamn do not know.
Josh, what do you think this movie is?
Just King Kong.
Marty, what do you think this movie is?
I used to love this movie. It's King Kong.
I do not know the last time I got to say this. This movie is King Kong.
This is
Wow.
devastating.
The one movie from 1930 that I've actually seen.
God bless America.
I am devastated.
I'm
Gonna leave right now.
Also, shout out to Katie Baker.
Please
Calls
know
this
that
a
your hair
very
looks
nipple
amazing.
strong episode.
Yeah. What do you got against nipples, Nick? Huh?
I'm not the one yelling about
Who
nipples.
gets nickels, Josh? That's me. That's me. Have you
No,
watched?
there's a lot of nipples. You haven't seen any of these movies, Nick, and there's lots of nipples. So
That's
what
true.
do you? I'll ask you
Chop,
again,
chop.
Nick. What do you got against nipples?
I don't know. They make me uncomfortable. I don't think people should have them.
Oh, that's fair.
Let's wrap this up. Also in King Kong, under frightening and intense themes, the character is a sympathetic monster, but can also be quite frightening when enraged. He roars and displays aggressive behavior with bared teeth and violent swiping motions. He causes a great deal of violence, destruction, and mayhem throughout the film. And under violence and gore, a character is shot and falls off of the Empire State Building and dies.
Not
That
just
was
a
King
character,
Kong.
the main
This was
character.
Inappropriate Movie Database. Our final scores tonight: Lloyd with -1, Marty with 6, Arianna with 14, and again, for the first time in a long time, our winner tonight, Josh Pick with 17 points.
No, just
Yay.
kidding. Woo!
I would like to take this moment to point out that earlier in this episode, Josh Pick said, "It's not like I'm gonna win." Well, you lack of faith, self-defeat, habit, son of a bitch. You won.
I mean,
Admit it.
we
Out
could
loud.
put it this way: if you were able to bet on this show, I would have lost a lot of money on this show.
The
Yeah, I'm
people
only
in
here to
blast,
fuck up
Nick.
the odds.
Before we go, if there is
I'm here to
anything
ruin
you want
your
to promote, anything where you want to be found, anything you want to say, Lloyd, wrap this up.
Okay. Yeah. I can be found at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if that's your thing. If it's not, don't start. It's fine. Can also be found at Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook if you're on Facebook. If you're not, don't start now. It's fine. I'm going to be at the Mendoza Comedy Show this Saturday in Boston. And anything else I'm doing, you can just find me on the internet, where I will not be licking any part of my body to try to seduce girls of a certain religious persuasion, because that is why I'm not okay right now. Back to Nick.
Finally, Romeo and Juliet broke another person. Lloyd, thank you for coming back on the show. Marty, anything you want to tell the people?
Yeah, you should all come to Minneapolis because we just accidentally legalized edibles. So it's a good time to be here.
Oh yeah.
So excited. Definitely Google it. I am on Instagram at madeby.marty. If you want to see this cake I've been making this whole time, it will be on there. I'm very excited about it. It's rainbow. It's very gay. But madeby.marty, and come find me in the Twin Cities. We can have some edibles together and do a weed.
And eat cake.
Arianna.
I'm not a sore loser.
Yeah.
Usually has to be announced.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Arianna Magee. That's SORRYANNAMAGEEK, or on Facebook at just my name. my boring old name. I will be at One Broadway Collective on Sunday, the 17th or 16th, whichever one's the Sunday, and at Summit Lounge in Worcester on July 30th.
Nice. Finally, our winner, Josh Pick. You want to say anything?
No. Yeah.
All right.
Oh well. You're a comedian. You should go to one of the open mics I produce because they're not that bad. And one of them's at the Model every Wednesday at 7 p.m., not a.m., because that would be crazy. The other one's at the Midway in JP at 9 p.m. on a Sunday because it is crazy. You should go to those. On July 12th, I'm hosting a storytelling show with Angela Sawyer called Pajama Party. We're going to be in our pajamas. It's free. July 12th. It's late night on a Tuesday. No reason not to be there. It's at the Midway Cafe in Jamaica Plain. You should go to that. It would mean a lot to me. I don't have a lot left to hang on to, so please, I would like to see you there. More importantly, though, Oh God No comes back August 19th to a basement near you. Lloyd's on it. Katie Baker's on it. That's all I can say about it. August 19th, DM me for an address. It's a sketch show, and it's kind of fun.
That was one of the few times I just got legitimately excited by an announcement.
Yeah, buddy.
Fuck yeah! Oh God, no.
Yeah, we've been gone for almost 3 years. Real glad to be coming back. That's August 19th. I can't wait for that. It's gonna be fucking insane. Whole bunch of surprises already planned for that. It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I think I'm at the hot. I don't know when that is, so never mind.
Well, check out all of that. Once again, thank you so much. Arianna Magee, Josh Pick, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Marty Viscosi. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook, search Inappropriate Movie Database, or click the link in the description of this video. Twitter and Instagram, not Twitter. Yeah, Twitter. God damn, really, on autopilot and second guessing all of my words on Twitter and Instagram at IMDb Game. If you want to be a part of this show, reach out to me at any of those places. I want to have you on. Look at the fun you could have. What's up?
I forgot one thing. You don't need to follow me personally on anything. Please, just don't. But I would like you to follow Midway or The Highway on Instagram. That's the open mic that I host with Rob Crean. We're trying to get it sponsored by NyQuil, and I feel like if I get enough followers, I can make that happen. So Midway or The Highway. All the other things that I said, not important. Forget I said them. Midway or The Highway on Instagram. Follow it. I'm trying to get a bunch of free NyQuil.
Yeah, do
That's
that. Yeah, like I said, you totally screwed up my rhythm. I have no idea where I am. Let's wrap up this show.
Sorry.
We do this show 2 times a week, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So come back here on Thursday. We're doing movies that either won or were nominated for Kids' Choice Awards because that list is wild, and I want to talk about it. So I need to use this show to do it.
Hell yeah. That's good. That's some... There's some real wild stuff in those Kids' Choice Awards lists.
This isn't going to spoil anything, but one of my go-to facts is that Julia Roberts won a Kids' Choice Awards for favorite actress for Pretty Woman.
What? So did The Weeknd for that song about cocaine.
So please like, subscribe, do whatever YouTubers tell you to do. Thank you so much for watching.